He really does. This is not a verse about how to be a superhuman Christian man or woman. It's a verse that refers to a God that you can trust. I know some of you guys are going through really hard stuff. I stand down here and people tell me their stories, and sometimes I just want to cry. That happened last night. It's just awful. I don't know how you do it. Some of you have lost loved ones, children. You've gone through abuse. You have issues that eat you alive. You're so human. At 3 o'clock in the morning, the demons come. And then they tell you, if you're a Christian, after all Jesus did for you, you'll be content. No, you won't. That's hard stuff. But you remember what I taught you, that he likes you a lot. And he's sovereign. And you've got to intentionally affirm it. And then surprise. There's sometimes contentment. I've got a witness. And then I'm not going to mention it anymore. When I had this heart attack, man, Anna took me to the hospital. And I went into the emergency room. The receptionist looked up and saw me and said, "Steve Brown, I listen to you every day." And she jumped up and she hugged me. And I said, "Lord, don't do this to me. I mean, you put people like this around me, and what if I cuss and spit? It's going to make, they look up to me, and she doesn't know me from Adam. All she can hear is this deep voice on the radio." But she stayed with me, and then all the nurses, listen, they're Christians all over the place. They're just everywhere. And they're pretty upset. Some of them like me, and they think, the old man's going to die. And my wife's not too happy with this either. You know what? And they put me in an ambulance and took me to another hospital. Didn't have the light going. And I've been in a lot of ambulances with other people, but never been transported in one. It's really interesting. And I was kind of enjoying it. You know what I was doing when everybody was upset? I was reading a novel. And listen to me, this is true. I've told you the bad stuff about me. I'm telling you the good now. I was reading a novel, and I was content. I was more interested in the novel. You believe this? This is true. I was more interested in the novel than I was in the heart attack. And I finished a really good section of the novel, and I stopped and I thought, hey, I got peace. Hey, this must be contentment. Didn't look for it. Didn't chase it down and try to put it in a cage and keep it for my very own. But I'm content in the middle of a heart attack. And one other thing. The receptionist, who I told you drove me nuts, was from him. When she hugged me, her mouth was at my ear. And she said, "Steve, it's from Jesus. It's okay."